Blue Bunny proudly presents this server education program and an introduction to selling desserts to help you grow your restaurant profits and tips. Blue Bunny is known for premium ice cream and so much more. Look to Blue Bunny for decadent desserts and specialty products, fun novelties, and of course, rich premium ice cream, all of which bring higher profits and bigger tips for you. Greetings, waitstaffers. I'm Mark the Voice. My function is to fill you in on some pretty cool stuff. Not stuff about modern dance, the way proper young ladies meet boys, or any of that, but important stuff about making your job easier and earning one heck of a lot more money. But before I continue, let's meet our delightful server, Shauna.
Thanks, Disembodied Mark. Like he said, my name's Shauna, and I'm here to show you how I make bigger tips for my customers, all without doing anything unusual, illogical, or illegal.
You know, Shauna, when people go out to eat, they fork over about $16 billion in tips every year.
16 billion?
Every year. Long green, huh?
The longest. And here's something else I read. In a recent restaurant survey, 3 things that annoy people the most while eating out are cold food, servers that disappear, and disrespect.
So what's the answer?
Control what I can control, especially the last 2 points. And that's exactly what this training film is for, to show you how things you can do every day will consistently help you make more money every shift you work.
Okay, let's roll.
Here we go.
I know you've probably heard this before, but it's worth repeating. First impressions are lasting impressions. So make your first impressions a great one. Be neat, clean, and attentive at all times.
And above all, make eye contact. Servers who make eye contact tend to earn larger tips.
Now let's look at Shauna. She's neatly dressed. She looks to be happy. She is happy. This server makes it plain she's up for doing a good job and is interested in her work. Now, here's a few more ideas you may want to try. When a customer places an order, you have a huge opportunity to suggest something that's a little extra cost, but a whole lot better.
When a customer asks for a glass of water, I suggest a bottled water we carry. And when they order a martini, I ask if they'd like any specific brand of vodka or gin.
Exactly. You'd be amazed at how quickly a few extra items and desserts add to a check total and your resulting tip. When you're talking up entrees, appetizers, and desserts, use highly descriptive words and phrases. Words like gooey, creamy, crispy. It's all about painting a picture in the customer's mind.
And when you get them that far, the sale's as good as made. When a customer stops to ask you for something like a refill or a condiment, make a quick scan of the table to see if there's anything else that they may need. The time I save can be spent servicing other tables or just keeping my act together when things get busy.
There's so many things to do while you're waiting tables, it's easy to forget why you're there.
Keep in mind that no matter what happens, your first job is to serve the customers. So even if the phone is ringing, the chef is screaming, or the bartender just needs a hug, don't forget, you're here to wait on the customers in front of you.
Nothing turns off a customer like a server who's lost his or her cool when things are busy.
So stay focused and relaxed. And if a table's getting antsy, apologize for the delay and then thank them for understanding. Remember, you're there for the customer. Flipping out isn't going to help. People like to come in contact with other people. If it seems appropriate, lightly touch a customer on the shoulder while taking their order. They'll appreciate the personal approach to your service.
If your customers are in a booth, crouch down low at the end of the table while you're talking to them. It helps you maintain eye contact and relaxes your customers.
Last one. As you take your dessert order, you'll notice some customers seem to be right on the edge of taking one. That's your key person. They're what we call your half percenters, those who just need a little nudge to get them to order. And when they do, it'll tell the rest of them who haven't ordered dessert that it's okay to do so. A lot of how much money you make is up to you, so just think it through and do it right.
Whether you're serving a scoop by itself, adding ice cream to cake or pie, making a shake, malt, or float, or serving up a Blue Bunny specialty dessert, you're sure to create happy customers and bigger tips. Also look to Blue Bunny for recipe ideas, dessert menus, specialty dessert replicas, and tabletop point-of-purchase materials to enhance your dessert business. And remember to point these items out to customers. Studies show you will have a higher instance of purchase just by pointing out the materials on the table.
When talking about dessert, certainly you're talking about ice cream. There's a few things you need to know to serve it properly so you have happy customers and earn higher tips. There are two types of ice cream scoops. One is mechanical, with a lever-operated blade inside the scoop bowl. The preferred ice cream scoop has a handle filled with non-toxic defroster that helps warm the scoop bowl for easy dipping. Today we'll demonstrate the ease of using this type of ice cream scoop.
To make sure you get consistent ice cream scoops every time, use these 4 handy tips. 1. Take the scoop from the dipper well and wrap your fingers firmly around the handle to warm the defrosting solution. Shake off any excess water from the scoop. 2. Brace your hip firmly against the outside wall of the freezer cabinet. It will give you maximum scooping leverage. 3. Use the strongest part of your arm, the upper arm, for scooping. And 4. Lock your wrist and get ready to scoop.
There's a science to scooping ice cream from a tub, known as the level scooping pattern. With a round container, just remember to trace a circle. Let's give it a try.
Start at the top of the tub and drag the scoop along the left side wall. Stop at the point directly opposite where you started. For your second scoop, begin at your original starting point, this time dragging the scoop along the right side wall. And finally, drag your scoop down the middle of the tub twice, once to the left and once to the right.
Ah, the perfect scoop. But aren't there a few things you shouldn't do while serving ice cream?
First, don't touch the ice cream. It's not only unappealing to your customers, it's unsanitary. Second, don't dig the ice cream from the center of the tub. The ice cream on the sides of the container can get gummy, which is messy and wasteful. And third, don't press ice cream against the side of the container when you're scooping. Pressing ice cream squeezes out the air, making the ice cream look flat.
Wait, air in ice cream? What are you talking about?
Ice cream, like cake, depends on air for good appearance and texture. You might say it's part of the recipe. Without air in ice cream, it wouldn't be a smooth, creamy texture, and
it just doesn't look good. When approaching your customers for a drink order, mention your restaurant's fabulous dessert selections. Get them thinking about dessert while they're hungry. Hand your customers their dessert menus, or point out the table tents. And don't forget your uniform buttons. Also, mention your favorites. Your customers will be tempted, and they'll appreciate the personal attention you're giving them in making a decision.
if you're fortunate and have an exclusive Blue Bunny HotOperator dessert menu, your job will be a lot easier. All you do is point out the dessert menus at the table and be sure to smile and tell your customers how delicious your dessert selections are, or mention your favorite, or the dessert special of the day. Then, make sure you ask your guests for their dessert order before they get their entree, and always mention what a good choice they made. That way, you'll be able to secure the dessert order while they're still hungry and reinforce their decision to purchase dessert. Now let's get back to Shauna and see what she has for you.
Around here, we say slow and low is the way to go. I find this tip works great, especially when the restaurant is busy.
When your tray is full of desserts, don't hold it high as you make your way to the table. Instead, carry your tray just a little lower than your shoulder, right at the seated customer's eye level. Their eyes will follow those delicious desserts, and so will their appetites.
Think about it. When you ask for a dessert order, you're also increasing your chances to sell additional beverages. Mention your restaurant's selection of gourmet coffees, teas, or specialty drinks, or suggest a drink that best complements their dessert. Your customers will take your advice, and you'll earn more tips thanks to higher check totals. Friazos are premium layered desserts from Blue Bunny. They combine a custom-made look with convenience. In fact, Friazos are so easy to prepare, you can plate them at your station in 3 easy steps. No delays. First, remove cover and warm the Friazos cup in your hands. Then, turn the cup over. Press the center of the bottom panel. Finally, lift the cup and gently peel off the paper disc. Wow, your customers will never guess this dessert wasn't handcrafted in the kitchen. With Friazos, it couldn't be easier.
Now that you know your ice cream and how to serve it, let's review taking an order from start to finish. Step 1, start with the menu. After you greet your customers, work your way around the table, handing each customer their menu. Say something like,
Before I take a drink order, I'd like to point out a few of the things we're famous for.
and immediately point out the highlighted features on your menu, including entrees, appetizers, desserts.
Step 2, take a beverage order. While you're gone, your customers will be thinking about all of their options. Step 3, push appetizers. Ask the table, which appetizers would you like to start out with? In most instances, at least one of your customers will want one, which can add a few more dollars onto the bill. Step 4, try lining up a dessert order. Seems strange? Well, if you plant the idea in your customers' minds right away while they're hungry, it'll sound too good to pass up.
Step 5, take the entree order, starting from your left and going around the table counterclockwise. Naturally, someone will ask, "What's good here?" This is your opportunity to upsell. Don't miss it. Say,
Everything's good here, but some things are really special.
and start selling. Step 6, try dessert and appetizers one more time.
So again, step 1, hand out menus and start your pitch. Step 2, take a beverage order. Step 3, push appetizers. Step 4, try lining up a dessert order. Step 5, take your entree orders. And step 6, try mentioning appetizers and desserts just one more time.
Above all, take the time to think through your job. There's a saying I use that goes, if you don't use your head, you'll have to use your feet. In other words, a little thinking ahead will make you more efficient, make you more effective, and make you more money every time.
Order's up. Gotta go. Oh, good luck.